So, something that's been on my mind a lot lately is whether I can or should continue to enjoy the creations of somebody who turns out to not actually be a good person. For obvious reasons, a lot of things have been in the news lately about a lot of dudes, and a few of those dudes have been people that I kind of looked up to. I don't want to say idolized, like, I've never really been one to, like, really idolize celebrities. I always try to keep in mind, like, we're all just people, we're all just human beings, you know, the saying, everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time, unless you do some kind of like weird jumping maneuver, which would be kind of cool. Like that does make you better than other people, I would say. If you put your pants on both legs at once and it's like smoothly, then okay, maybe you're worth idolizing a little bit. But anyway, some of the ones I'm talking about specifically are Joss Whedon. It has come to light fairly recently, like in the last few months or weeks or whatever, that he was cheating on his wife for a long time, and that really sucks. And Louis C.K. has been in the news for some strange sexual misconduct. And then the other one being Shay Carl, who's a YouTuber, like big family guy. He had a channel, The Shaytards. He was just daily vlogs of his family. He had like 5 or 6 kids, just kept having more kids. Seemed like a really cool family. I like their vlogs, even though I'm not like a big family man or kid guy or anything. They were just entertaining. They seemed like a cool family. And a lot of people, that one especially sucks because a lot of people really looked up to him as like the father figure, and like how you would see in their videos all the time, people would say like, man, my family is awful. I wish I had a family like this. It's so cool to see a family who all gets along and they all love each other, and it's this really stable, positive environment and everything. So like he was that for a lot of people. Not so much for me, because I mean my family is awesome. But yeah, it turns out like way back in February, he actually was cheating on his wife, at least in like Twitter DMs with this cam girl. It's like very, very weird. Like not something you would expect at all from this guy. So I like within a few weeks of each other, I learned about all three of these, and these all three were people that I looked up to, and it's just kind of like, huh. Well, that sucks. And I remember thinking before, like with Joss Whedon, like he's around all these like really young, beautiful Hollywood celebrities, and he seems really close with a lot of them. And like, is his wife just cool with that? Like, is that not causing any problems or anything? I figured like, man, they must just have a really strong marriage, and that must be really cool that they just trust each other that much. No, actually, it turns out he was just cheating on her the whole time, and it's just awful. Like, just ugh. But anyway, back to my original point. I feel kind of bad now, like being a fan of like Firefly and Buffy and Louis C.K.'s comedy, and I thought his stuff was really funny, like a lot of it. Some of it was just like, all right, you're just like just the typical stand-up comedian just being raunchy for shock value or whatever, like whatever. But I personally think it's okay to still enjoy things that you enjoy, even if it turns out one of the people involved in creating it is not as good of a person as you would like. Even if one person turns out to be pretty disappointing or just downright terrible. Although I am reminded of the situation with the band Lost Prophets, if you remember them. I wasn't like a huge fan of them, but I had one of their albums and I liked it and I listened to it a lot. And it turned out the frontman, the lead singer, was like a child molester and just like really horrible stuff, and went to prison, and it was terrible. And I never actually listened to that album again. So back then, that really did taint that. But that's a little more extreme than anything we're talking about, like, with this stuff. So I don't know. But I'm interested to find out what you guys think about this. Like, do you, when you find out, because I'm sure it's happened with things that you're a fan of, if not these things, like, do you still enjoy things when you find out that somebody maybe is like championing the opposite political cause that you believe in, or has done some horrible thing, or committed some crimes, or maybe was just really crappy to somebody or whatever? If it just turns out that they're not who you thought they were? Like, do you still enjoy their stuff, or is it kind of tainted a little bit? For me, it is kind of tainted a little bit, but I think I still enjoy what I enjoy. I just don't look up to the person anymore as a good person. What do you think, Jack? What do you think? Why do you? What's on your face? What's going on there? Why is your face all dirty? Have you been eating dirt? Weird little dirt eater. They got mad at me for not petting you. Look, I do pet my dog sometimes. See, look. Oh, so much petting. Oh, he can't even handle how much petting. Actually, he's handling it fine. He's like, this is good. This is fine. The problem is, once you start petting him, you can never stop. See, look. If you stop, he's just like, no, I want you to keep going. I want you to go forever.